Jack, not a very happy start to the year. What was your thoughts on the performance today?
Yeah, not good, mate. If I'm honest with you, I don't think that's probably as bad as we've been. We've started games poorly before. We did again today. 15-20 minutes. Thought we were miles away. But we normally grow into games, and even coming in at 1-0 at half time, the conversations were, these are the things that we need to do to get ourselves some points on the board. And we didn't do that. And I just said to them in there, I can't keep coming out here and making excuses and taking responsibility for things. Thame were good for their win today, and not because they were any better than us technically, but because they just wanted it a bit more than us. And you never hear me coming out here talking about, you know, hearts on the sleeve stuff, got to do basics. It's not really my mantra. I'm someone that focuses on the technical side, but when the technical side is null and void, as it was today, because we didn't do any of the technical points that we should have, circumstance regarding pitch or whatever, you have to be able to work harder than the opposition, and we didn't do that. They worked harder than us all over the pitch. Our keeper's made a couple of good saves, granted, but I'm not going to again allow that to be an excuse. I thought we had enough chances, even with how poor we were, to get something from the game, but the reality is we deserved absolutely nothing.
Changes today, some forced and some your decision. What was the intention behind them?
Yeah, a couple of forced ones when we, you know, Linney was the obvious choice to come in at centre back and Lou getting an opportunity, and then we decided to go with Tom Cove, or I thought would come on both games really and done really well, and give him an opportunity against a place where he was dual registered this year. So, you know, with the thought of him coming in and taking an opportunity against the club that he was with, that was the thought on that one. The front three stayed the same. I thought done well last week at Kings Langley. The midfield in terms of Pearson, but so there was some changes. But listen, there's no justifying that performance. That's as bad as it gets for us, and the reality is we had good conversations in the last few days leading up to this about our January, and you know, with no disrespect to anyone, but they're all teams around us, and we've said it before, we can't go and beat teams as we have this year, Northlees, Wares, Walthams, and then not pick up any points around us. And January for us is one that we've got to be looking to pick up points, because otherwise we're going to find ourselves in a rat race that we don't want to be in. And I can keep saying, you know, it's transition periods and we're a young group and all that sort of stuff, but today was just about a little bit of heart and desire, and to be honest, I don't think anyone really gave me that. I just said in there, if anyone thinks that they offered me, you know, what they probably should have at this level, please stand up, and not one person stood up, so that tells you everything you need to know. But yeah, listen, a bad day, and I'm a bit gutted, but the reality is we have another game in, what day is it today? In 5 days time, whatever it is, on Saturday against Stockfold, who from last time I saw were 4-0 up or so. They probably had a good result today, and we got to pick ourselves up and dust ourselves up. There's no places to hide. I'm not going to hide. I'll take responsibility for what was a really poor performance, and I can only apologise to everyone that's made the effort to come out today. But anyone that knows me knows I'm honest, and I'll be honest with you, I'm pissed off I've come out today and left my family for that, because I thought we were miles away from it today.
Why is it, do you think, that we can't seem to replicate the positive passages of play from week to week?
Consistency, bit of naivety at times as well. Listen, we know that, you know, when we move the ball really well, we look really good. There's no way that we're going to be able to do that for long periods of time against anybody. But what we do say is when we do it, we need to take chances. And I go back to opportunities again we had today. Even at 0-0, we could have been 2-0 up. And at this level, you have to be able to put those things away. You have to be able to go and win personal battles and all those types of things. If you think that you're going to get anything at this level, it doesn't matter if you play bottom or top. There are things that you have to do at this level that just become like natural, that you have to do, and we just don't do it well enough. For as good as we are at times, and today, by the way, we weren't. That's not the point I'm making, but genuinely across the year, for as good as we are at times when we move the ball, we don't create enough outcomes. We don't really do enough, and we still score plenty of goals, but we concede a hell of a lot. We conceded 3 again today. And yeah, I can't say anything other than it was deserved. If I could put my finger on it and fix all the problems at once, I would do it, but the reality is we don't have those tools. We just have to stick by the group, which I believe in immensely. Today's been a bad day. It won't get brushed under the carpet, but it is one that we have to move on quickly and pick up points for lots of winnable games in the rest of January.
Thanks for your honesty as always, Jack. Much appreciated.
Thanks, mate.